Zippity doo dah, zippity yay. My oh my, what a horrible day. That's my own little twist on that song. Someone told me today that I'm a Debbie Downer. You're a Debbie Downer. I have to do everything myself, honestly. You know, I have a roof over my head. I'm not starving to death, obviously, since I'm fat, which is blatantly obvious to anybody with two eyeballs. Sometimes it gets stressful. I'm never able to take a day off, which is hard. I really would love to go up to my cabin today. Oh well. And by the way, I've never been on Twitter. I never liked the book and the fake, if you know what I'm talking about. And I'm on Parler. I have been for some time. Of course, they got clipped because of the Apple folks. You know, I got Apple products, but I've never been a fan of the ethos, the corporate ethos at Apple, which I find really totalitarian and quite horrible. So I'm on Parler. If you could check me out below, I communicate with people. I read every comment, too, in every video. But, you know, just for genuine freedom, because I'm completely against totalitarianism. Like, very, very, very much against it. Check out my link. It's Neoplatonist at Parler's website. So please do that. You don't have to join. I don't ever tell anybody to join. I'm not like that at all. I need to do a mix-up here on the what's going on stuff, and there's a lot of stuff going on in just the past few weeks. I first like to talk about independence, and I'd like to hear from you too. There's some certain things that I obviously forget or fail to mention in this regarding independence, something I probably never thought of, that you could talk about independence. Obviously I'm fat, not in great shape, which is kind of blatantly obvious, you know. I have to be someone that admits the truth, but being independent of having good health. I haven't had health insurance in well over a decade, maybe like 15 years or so, which is not good. You know, I could break my leg at any time in the near future. I don't know if I can afford to get it fixed, but, you know, I could pay it off. By the way, I just got my car insurance. I only have one vehicle now. I got my vehicle tag bill in the mail. It's $384. That's here in Kentucky. God, I know it's based on how valuable the vehicle is or whatever. God knows how much it is in other states like California. Absolutely crazy. Just completely crazy. Talk about different types of independence. And by the way, before I get onto that, I'm on Parler now, and I never liked the fake book, and I've never been on Twitter. I was told on the news like a week ago that for the first time in their history, they've lost money. I think a lot of people are waking up to their totalitarianism and you know, the extreme levels of malicious censorship that they have going on over there. So I'm all about not having any type of investment, you know, of my presence on the book and the fake. I said those words backwards. You know what I'm talking about. I believe in making these sites irrelevant. You know, it's just like if you fill up a pressure cooker with water and then like weld the pressure cooker shut and then stick it on a stove. This type of censorship leads to nothing but evils. You know, people need, I mean, certain things that shouldn't be said, which is fine. They shouldn't say that stuff on there, on these social media sites. People need to have a halfway calm head. It's been said that you should only say stuff that you would feel okay uttering on the streets of New York or something. I've heard a lot of stuff uttered on the streets of New York that most people won't say, but I am completely against that type of totalitarianism. Anyway, I'm all about making these sites irrelevant. With such totalitarianism, I absolutely cannot stand it. I'm completely against it, and totally of the conviction of leaving them in the dust. Different types of independence. Maybe you can give me some things that I haven't thought of and like to talk about some of the things that are going on right now. Wisdom is independence. You know, if somebody can sucker your mind, you know, with nonsense. You know, it's kind of like all the spam emails that we get, like a Nigerian prince has left you $10 million, send us $200. So, you know, just craziness like that, but it's just everything we encounter in life. You know, everybody has an angle, and like everybody's trying to sucker somebody out of something. You need to make your mind really sharp. A wise mind is an independent and a secure mind. Being free of debt is independence. Being unfindable, which today is impossible. You literally have to throw your internet-connected devices away. You have to throw your cell phone away. I'm all about being unfindable. That means someday in the future just selling everything and moving out to the backwoods. I know the government will still know where you're at due to property taxes and stuff. It is so sick of getting spam calls and, just there's like two crazy people right now that are emailing me. It's like, I don't want to hear from you anymore. They're just, like flat out 1,000% cuckoo. Just crazy. It's like, I don't want to hear from you anymore. Please don't send me any more emails. And they just send more emails and more. And I'm not reading them. There's like about 5 or so people that do that. I immediately redirect all their emails to the trash bin. I'm all about reading emails, but if someone is just flat out just wackadoodle crazy, I'm not going to read that stuff. I work 7 days a week. I can't take a day off to, go to the cabin, at least not any time recently. I'm not going to put up with that in life. I've had way too much suffering in life for me to put up with that from anybody. I wouldn't even put up with that from a relative, much less, some person I don't even know who they are. Being unfindable these days is really hard, and that, of course, is exactly what the government wants. Having skills, of course, is independence. Being able to fix things and build things. One of the best things I've got in the whole world, I wished I owned one earlier in life, is a framing nailer. Man, I could build so much stuff so quickly with a framing nailer. I've got 2 of them now. You could, and it's battery-powered framing nailer, not pneumatic. No, battery-powered framing nailer. Oh my goodness, repair anything. I've built tables. I've built my bed frame in my cabin with my framing nailer. Love it. Having energy. I've heard Russia cut off the gas to Latvia today or yesterday. The Europeans are making huge mistakes by being dependent on Russia. I can honestly say, with no exaggeration, I have many, countless lifetimes worth of wood. Countless lifetimes worth of wood on my lands. So I've got all the energy in the world for countless lifetimes to heat my place and to cook my food. Wonderful. I have a fast-flowing spring with crystal clear spring water in it, so that's wonderful. The 2 wisest decisions I've ever made in my life, number 1, of course, is seeking wisdom. Yeah, number 2 is having land. It really, really is. Yeah, they cut the power to Latvia yesterday. This is from the Russian energy giant Gazprom. I've heard from Bulgarians, I've heard from a few Bulgarians to say that they're cutting off the power in certain cities at staged intervals, also too in different parts of Eastern Europe and other places. I've heard from Germans that they're actually going out into the woods, which I don't know where many woods are left in Germany. They've basically cut everything down ages ago in much of Europe, to harvest wood for this climate crisis. There is a genuine energy crisis in Germany and several other countries in Europe. Absolutely astonishing. Why did you, and I know why, the answer why. They made themselves energy dependent. And the United States is making the same error. We've made ourselves energy dependent. Just a couple years ago, we were completely energy independent. All of these things are about power and control over you and me, by the way. The unintelligent people of the world thinks these are different, unconnected things, but they're all completely connected and they only have one purpose. They're all worshiping at the same altar, and that is total control and dominance over you and me. Taxes are about control and power. Property taxes are about control and power. The fact that synthetic fertilizer, this ESG score nonsense, has collapsed. Sri Lanka and is set to collapse many other great powers is all about control and power. This ridiculousness of alarmism, this ridiculous climate alarmism, is nothing to do but with the power and control over you and me. Oil prices, same thing. When people realize that the ones telling them that they want to fix the world, climate, gas, green, blah, 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 green, blah, blah, you notice that all these people that have been telling you the oceans are going to rise and ruin the world, all of these people, these rich pseudo-intellectual snobs, they all live right on the water. The ones that keep telling you that the oceans are going to rise, they all live in expensive mini mansions or mega mansions right on the water. These are the same people too that have private Learjets. They fly over, like, oh, I think I'm gonna fly to Maine to get me some of that lobster, and they'll like board their private jet and have Jeeves fly them to. Yeah, me and Buffy are gonna fly to California for the weekend. Let's hop aboard our private. These are the same people. Total lying hypocrites. If they believe that stuff, they wouldn't live on the coast. They totally believe in you, me, and the rest of us suffering like dogs while they live in mega mansions right on the beach where they keep telling everybody like 20 years ago, they say, oh, the oceans are going to rise, 2010. They're still living on the beach. Nothing's happened. Not going to happen either. Flying their private jets. Total hypocrites. The worst kind of hypocrites. These people want nothing but control, and it is ramping up faster and faster and faster. I am no alarmist, and I ain't no Chicken Little. The sky is falling, the sky is falling. It just keeps ramping up and up and up. Be independent. Have wisdom. If you could, the second wisest thing I've done in my life is buy land. I've always been really, really, really good at raw land. Not real estate like buildings and stuff like that, which is important to live in, right? But raw land. Really, really good at that. Second wisest choice I've ever made. Sold everything not glued down that I don't need, which I have done, to buy land. Every decision I made on that front was a very wise one. It's getting a lot harder to find good, cheap land. People will make fun of me. I posted a picture of my coal mine. I actually posted a video of my coal mine. That coal mine came to me, it has its own separate deed. When I bought that land a few years ago, that coal mine came free with the land. It's not like, oh, there's old, fat tattooed Ken, he's got a coal mine, as if like I'm some sort of person that's throwing money around. That coal mine came free, just as the cave with the spring water in it came free. It's not like I paid separately for it. How much money do I have? People say, you don't tell other people that, it's none of their business. You're right, it's none of anybody's business. How much money do I have right now total? Because I'll never be able to retire. I've got like, I think I got $6,200. The only reason I have like $6,200 now is because I sold 1.76 acres of land to my buddy. Yep, I didn't make a penny off of him either. I sold him the land for exactly what I paid for it. That was, and I got $4,300 some dollars from him. So 6,200 roughly plus is all the money I had. So please, whatever you think of me, please don't ever accuse me of being some sort of total lie. You can call me fat, bald, tattooed, ugly, all you want. Don't ever accuse me, because it's a lie, of like being somebody of means or wealth. I got one vehicle. I have to do everything for myself. I've never had a real vacation. Yeah, I'm fat. I'm not starving to death. Yes, I have a roof over my head, but please don't ever say that, because it's just a total lie. But all of these things are independence. Health, having your own energy. I am, happy that I have land. I'm happy that I am never going to freeze to death. I got countless lifetimes of wood. I love the fact that I have clean water in perpetuity. It's mine forever, as long as I pay the property taxes on the land. I know, right? Property taxes are really cheap on my land anyway. Having skills, being debt-free. One of these days I'm going to have to like throw away my cell phone, sometime in the distant future. I don't want to be found. I know the government will know where I'm at because of property taxes. I'm just tired of all the spam and the lies. What's someone say about TV sets and email? TV sets and email let people into your house that you would never open the door for. It's kind of like some of the emails I keep getting from some of these crazy people. I mean, they're not like people I don't want to hear from. They're just like genuinely 100% flat out cuckoo. Cuckoo! I was like, don't email me anymore. Just email me abusive, rude, crazy stuff. I don't read them. I immediately direct the stuff to the trash. I do not read them. I read every comment, but I don't read that stuff. There's only like about 5 people. I don't read them. Save your breath. Life is short. Email people that want to talk with you. Everybody else, fine. There's only like 5 people like that. I don't even know why I mentioned those 5, but that's the stuff you have to deal with on social media. I don't really care. It doesn't bother me. It's all fine. I don't see them. I don't see my trash is full of like 4 or 5 emails from the same 4 or 5 people. Never got to read it. Just click delete. Gone instantly. If someone doesn't want to hear from you, you probably shouldn't email them. It's like find something purposeful in your life that brings you happiness or fulfillment or enjoyment. Don't send messages to people that don't want to hear from you. That's really only 5 people, not many people, okay? I'm all about independence. Once again, I'm on Parler. That's in the description below. Never been on Twitter. I'm totally against the book and the fake. Totally against it. The book and the face, excuse me. The book and the fake, same thing. You know what I'm talking about. This is what's going on. It's ramping up quicker than I was expecting. The past 2 weeks, there have been a lot of startling moments of things that have happened. We are in a recession now, despite the White House and those crazy critters in Washington wanting to redefine the term recession. The term recession has been well defined for many decades. The United States is in a heavy recession. Hopefully don't go into a depression, which I think we will. I'm like 99% certain we will go into depression, but no, that's not the definition of recession. It's like, yes, it is. We are in a recession. When people try to redefine a word to protect their position, they are already on the shakiest ground imaginable. Well, it's like Bill Clinton says, well, it depends on what the definition of is. Remember that one? Make your mind like a steel trap. Don't fall into the traps of fools. Don't be one of them. Hope you have a lovely weekend. Good night.